Happy hunting.
Hunt me.
I am the hunted one.
I'm hunting most things.
That's HUNTZ.
You can hunt.
Long have you hunted me?
You're being hunted.
Good morning, welcome back to the 1st of August, a fresh new month here on Steemhunt. Let's look at a curated top 10 for the day. First one is VoltSon, the Wi-Fi outlet USA. Not particularly this one, the VoltSon one, because there's millions of them out there. TP-Link do some good ones as well. But tracking our power consumption, I think, is key to putting into place some kind of other solution, be it wind power, solar power, some kind of storage, battery storage medium. I know we're probably going to leapfrog a bunch of the open source or like average methods that are out there. I think Tesla will just come along and those power walls, there'll be 2 or 3 clones of those power walls that you'll be able to buy. But we definitely need to be thinking about our own micro cell, micro local street generation, power generation, at least from a backup perspective. Not for maybe every day for now, but if it's going to be warmer more all the time, especially here in the UK, then getting solar panels and creating our own energy, tracking how much of it we actually use, swapping out older technology for newer, more efficient technology is definitely going to be the game. Next up is cooling style. Great name. They must have spent a lot of time over lattes coming up with that. Portable multi-functional air conditioner, 1700 BTUs. Not bad actually for a space like this. It wouldn't be very good for a bigger house, but that might do it for in here actually. Save energy, whisper quiet, indoor and outdoor use. They needed 50,000. They've got 50,414, so they've just managed to do it today. 43 days to go. Perfect timing if you think about it. It's hot absolutely everywhere. People are going to be like, yeah, definitely need an air conditioner. I don't know who's a person who's like sitting on the beach with an air conditioner. This is like the perfect picture of millennial climate change decision making right here. Who's using a cooler in the sunshine on a beach? This doesn't make sense to me. Portable, a multifunctional air conditioner, 55 square foot cooling capacity, compact and easy to use, 3 cooling levels, indoor and outdoor. Is this just a blown air heater or cooler, or is it actually got some kind of refrigeration unit in there? I can imagine in a tent it'd work quite well because it's got the pipe on the back. That would actually really work well here, I think, if it's got like that cooling unit inside there. 3 levels of cooling can quickly cool down any space. So it's got a air compressor, so it pulls in air, I presume, from outside, cooling air. But I don't know if it's got like a refrigeration unit in there or not. I wouldn't buy one off this website though, to be honest. Look at this, the way that this works. The mosquito thing, and you can charge your power on it as well. Yeah, and a light on it. It's trying to do a bit too much, which kind of scares me. Let's have a quick look at the specs down the bottom here. Working temperature 10 to 45 degrees. Rotary compressor with environmental friendly R1348 refrigerant. So it does have something in there, a refrigerant in there that it goes through. Power consumption 100 to 250 watts. It's quite a lot, but you could definitely run that on a couple of solar panels throughout the day if you had this in the back of a van. How much is it? I'm kind of interested now. What? How much are they each? Oh, that's $699. All in one set. 5-hour usage battery and car power adapter. $629. All in one set. What? 5-hour usage? I'm a bit confused. Did they do different battery sizes or what? There's like so many of them. What's this one? 329 bucks. I'm not feeling it for 329 bucks, I'll be honest. Next up is Daisy on the App Store. Daisy. Create, collaborate, and share. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Find and connect with creators. Grow your chain. Learn from the best in the industry. Build projects with collaborators. I'm all down for that. I think this has only just come out, actually. Daisy is the home of creative collaboration. Connect with great people like you. The next iteration for me for this would be obviously something blockchain powered, but I really like what they're trying to do with this. Highlights, collaborate on shared projects, timeline, 2 timelines, one for your connections, one for everything else, question time, notifications, projects, profile. It just kind of pulls everything together, and as long as they can get enough community in there, and I think this is from a streamer or a YouTuber that have made this. So in terms of like working together on projects, I think this is going to be huge in the next couple of years. Not necessarily this app, but the whole idea of collaborating together. I think a lot more sites are going to bring that out. Next up is Astraea. Astraea, what a water bottle should be, the lead problem. While a harsh national spotlight focuses on drinking water in Flint, investigation has identified almost 2,000 additional water systems spanning all 50 states where testing has shown excessive levels of lead contamination. So there's a lot of these out there these days, these bottles that help with tracking your water intake, tracking the quality of the water. I think if you can afford them and you can remember it on a day-to-day basis, I think it's a damn good idea to keep on track of some of that stuff, because after all, it is your health, right, at the end of the day. Next up is Soundshield. Audio for action sports reinvented. Helmet and headphones combined. Hi-fi audio, built-in mic, dedicated interface. My bad. A Soundshield by Unit 1. So, I mean, I like the look of it. I really like the styling of it. I think for kids, it's perfect for like that cross between looking cool and having kind of headphones in there. I don't know how good the headphone quality are going to be. I can totally see a good headphone company coming out and doing a crossover with somebody. I can imagine Harman Kardon, is it? Harman Kardon or Audio Technica doing something with like Red Bull. Maybe this company Unit 1, they'll like do some kind of link up with another group as well. But I do like the styling of that helmet. Anything that protects a kid's head while they're doing skateboarding and falling off stuff, I'm down for. Be interested to see what people think about the idea of having headphones in a helmet, because obviously you can't hear anything if you've got headphones and that on. So I'm not sure like where they were going with that. Next up is the losing my voice. Next up is Labster.com. Explore our rapidly growing catalogue now with 74 simulations, acids and bases, advanced acids, animal genetics. Basically, you can go through lots of simulations. I think there's even a 3D download like VR thing that you can get for this. That's the reason why I picked it out. I think this is cool for kids to learn stuff at a remote distance, and maybe if they're interested in it, they can move a bit forward on it. So this is a very cool site. Even if you just get your kid to play around in one of these areas for like half an hour, just to learn something about science, I'm definitely gonna bookmark this site and maybe see if I can get my daughter into one of these so she can like watch one of these over the next 5 weeks. I've got her 3 times a week, so it won't really take that much for her to go through it. If she's really interested in that whole forensic science, then she should really look into other parts of science as well. Next up is the MIPC, the next generation Android powered desktop. Now, I never really thought about Android. I know it's like an OS in general, but I never really thought about it on the desktop. But this is kind of cool because it's a tiny device, smart all-in-one device, desktop computing, Android and web apps. This would be perfect for van life, having a few of these dotted around in the van, mainly because of the power usage that it needs. It's a high-performance green mini PC capable of running a wide variety of applications while consuming only 5 or 10 watts of power. This is a hell of a lot of a reduction on a normal desktop machine, and you could quite easily run one of these in a van with a solar panel and do all your like blogging on it. I wouldn't say you'd be able to do like super high-end like video editing, but you'd be able to do all your browser stuff. So think of it a bit like Google's OS with their their dedicated laptops for that. I don't know how much the price of these are, but they're definitely small enough, and there's like a whole bunch of stuff that you can run on them. Kind of interested in that as well, actually, like from a pricing perspective, how to buy. Where did you buy them from? Oh, it's like a lot of partners and stuff. Next up, the Vectron P9. Now, I don't normally cover bikes that I don't know the name of, so I don't know who this Vectron are. It kind of feels like they just cookie cutter the bike frame and then stick their name on it. And so looking at this bike, the first thing that worries me is the whole hub and the chain and the forks, like the brakes, like they're probably all crap, right? The thing that interests me the most is the battery on this. So this Max Drive by Bifang, I wouldn't be expecting good quality power from that thing. The Max Drive is a direct copy of the Bosch unit, and I would rather go for the Bosch unit from a quality control perspective rather than something called Bifang. Shimano Sora derailleur, that might be okay. Hydraulic disc brakes might not be the best. But the thing that's really interesting to me is how much smaller the battery units are getting on these electric bikes now. This is a 400 watt hours in that size battery for 90 kilometers. So, like, you're really getting some distance now on these bikes. My only concern, like I've said, is if you don't upgrade, like, the forks, the suspension, the hub, the chain, like pedals, this back bit is probably going to like bend and whatever. No point having the distance if the bike isn't going to keep up with the endurance of that distance. So do make sure that when you're buying a bike, I bought my bike from a UK distributor, and what they do is they import the frame, because the frame is pretty solid and heavy, by the way. If you run out of power, forget biking these things home normally. The frame's normally alright, but all the bits are pretty nasty on it. So they change out all the bits for either English or American parts because they're normally better built, and then they sell it. They up the price obviously to take into account all the bits. But the reason why they do that is they had so many of these bikes come back straight away, and then they just ended up with a cycle of, that wasn't to be funny by the way, they ended up in a cycle of just constantly repairing bikes for customers. So they changed them up, they did fix them all up before they sold them. Last two today. Gittweet.io, tweet from your commit description, my bad. So this is kind of cool. So as you're doing your commits, you can actually just put in a little response here, and it will go and tweet that out automatically. So it'll just inform your followers straight away. So you don't have to do the socials. If you're constantly just developer mode and working on stuff, you can kind of do your social at the same time as you're doing your commit, which I think is just a nice little time saver. Finally today, Volumino, I don't know. The open audiophile music player. Enjoy your music as you never did before. I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy it just the same. Play everything, audiophile quality, the way you want, open source, low cost devices, business ready. Business ready. White label OEM solution with custom editions. I didn't even know it was business ready. So you can imagine this as like an iTunes, but not crap. You can buy a Raspberry Pi unit for about 30 quid. You can buy what's called a DAC hat, which is like a little board that sits on top of the Raspberry Pi. You can get a case that goes around it and basically get high quality DAC output from this little unit, and then either put a USB drive in there or a little 2.5 inch solid state drive. Little compact unit, really low power, really damn good quality, and then you can run that over your network. So you could have it in your van, or you could have it in your house, instead of having one of these big Sonos and, you know, spending all the money on multiple speakers and stuff. Go the open source route, and you can do it really cheaply actually, and pretty good quality actually as it goes. There is a bunch of these on the market. There's a lot of different ways of doing this. You can get like Plex and have like a NAS drive full of music and just remotely control it like that. But this is a reasonably cheap way of doing it, and it's also low powered as well. That's it for these HUNTZ today. If you are coming across the site for the first time, this is what Steemhunt looks like in August 2018. All the hunts are on the right hand side. If you click on one, they appear on the left hand side. Hit the white button, takes you to the URL. If you want to add your own, just click the plus button, fill in the title, description, put a graphic, some tags. Goes on the Steam blockchain, goes on the Steemhunt website every night at 12 o'clock Korean time, 4 o'clock GMT in the UK. You get about an hour after that, you get an upvote from the bid bot, and that bid bot is changing all the time. We're currently in ABV 2.0, which votes on your post based on your reputation on the platform. So go check out steemit.com/@Steemhunt. You can find all the information you want about the process of being upvoted. You'll find a great community there, also on Discord if you want to come and join the Discord. And that's it really for me today. I will catch up with you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.